Bill, wanted to take a moment here. I was already calling you Mr. Dennis here, but you told me to call you Bill. And it's actually in this video you tell me that there. But wanted to take a moment here and just review the lesson we had the other day. When you take a look here, we kind of worked on some few basic fundamental positions, trying to get you back in line. You know, before I even took the video here, we discussed trying to get you into a little better stance, that weight positioning, trying to get that weight position where it's back 60-40, 50-50, left to right. I know before you talked, you know, you were a little more on that left-hand side, and it felt so uncomfortable to you as you took the club back, and then especially as you swung through. Now, in this same case, what we talked about was, you know, getting just a little bit more as you take the club back. Here, you kind of see those hands come back to the inside, shoulder turning back, left knee coming out because those hands are a little behind you. And what you can see here, and well, I'll draw a little loop here for you, is you can kind of see as the hands go up, they come around, and then they loop down. You can see that little loop position where the hands originally started from. And actually, let's do that. I'm going to show you here. You can see your path as you take the club path back here, up to the top, and then back around, down, through position, and then around your body. You just see how that kind of a loop around and you wrap around the club around your body the entire time. You know, what I try to do, or what our thoughts here in this whole lesson was, is trying to keep the hands in front of your body, catch your back in the day. You know, trying to think about as you go back, you pivot back, you throw, you get into position that's a little bit more consistent. And I'm all about simple. I'm all about keeping the hands in front of the body as you turn back, as you turn through, getting the stance in a more simplified, a little more athletic position in a sense to allow your body to turn back and turn through. Now, so with that in mind, first things first, we're going to come back here and rewind. Come all the way back down to the bottom here and kind of show you this. First things first, we got back into the stance. And when we talk about the stance here, this is initially what I had you do. I kind of stepped back away from it here and told you to get back into that position. Lean forward, flex the knees, feel the hunch kind of stick out in the back, bend forward, and there we go. Nice position here, chin's up, but you can see how everything is a little more upright here in this case. You know, by being a little more upright, you kind of feel a little bit better position, a little bit more stable foundation. You know, you kind of see where here everything's trying to lean forward too much. Want to keep that weight on the balls of your feet in this case. You know, trying to feel that consistency, stable foundation, feeling the position back and forth as you see this and as you feel more comfortable with this. Now, with this being said, so as we see this, obviously trying to get that consistent, you know, we start simple with that of the stance. You know, by all means, if we stay with the stance, that's our first position first and foremost. Trying to get a stable foundation. You know, we see the flex in the knees, a little straighter back, arms hanging natural from the shoulders. Here we can see a little over aggressiveness with the knees here, and then up with the back here, which, you know, quite frankly, it's very similar to where you were already. We didn't change the back, we didn't change arms much. What we did change was the legs. Trying to get those weights where it's a little more of a balance than having too much flex in them. Trying to get it where it's evenly distributed and feeling where it's a little more comfortable. And like I said, this was a position of trying to find what worked best for that of your lower back. You know, I know we talked about that, trying to, you know, position there, trying to feel a little more consistent, try to feel a little bit better in that position. So as we went forward from there, what we were initially looking at, or what we were feeling in this case, you know, what we were feeling was the next position was just trying to get the club to operate back and forth, feeling a little bit more of a repeatable position where it felt comfortable to you back and forth. So what I did initially here is gave you what I call the pointer drill. Now the pointer drill allows you, we're getting back more into the shoulders here, and hold on one second here. I've got the wrong tool. We get back more into the shoulders here. And what I did here initially is I laid down a mirror here for you, and I'll let you take it with you, for you to practice with. But initially, all I want you to do is bring the hands back along this mirror or along this outside line. And as you do that, you turn back, you feel like you're shaking my hand here compared to, like we said, those hands going back to the inside, ultimately right there in the beginning. I'm going to get you back up there and just show you. And what you can see here is a night and day position. See the difference of where the left arm's going back and pointing back behind you, club's pointing out here to right field, whereas here, straight left arm back, parallel to the club at your base. You're up, and you're down and through. And that's all I want you to do is kind of feel that position. You almost feel like you're turning through. Just shake my hand on that right-hand side. Hands are out in front of you. Look at the difference just right alone in just doing that position on the way the shoulders are, the way the body is. When we look at the shoulders, look at the angle that the shoulders are here. Big difference between the here. Night and day. Feeling that shoulder turn back and forth, feeling that consistency as we see this. So that is one position. I'm going to turn you back sideways and kind of show you what you look like here. All right, you're here. We push back. Hands transfer down. We turn through, feeling that shoulder turn back and forth. Big difference over where we saw there, especially compared to here. Right here, right hand coming into play. You can see that right hand start to come into play. Look how the shaft is bowing through as through impact, coming through, causing that left arm to bow out as you turn through into the left-hand side. So this is just very simple, back and forth. So I want you 20 reps here, feeling that transition back and forth, coming through the shot. Now next, what I did was with the golf club. All I had you do here is I laid two balls down, one about by your left foot, one by about your right foot. Doing the same type of positioning back, I want you to take the club back over the golf ball. You don't start coming back behind you until after you've already went over that golf ball. So you kind of see here, we take it back, we hit the golf ball, hands come up, back here, hands then fall back down through our path, right hip turns through, we come up, hand me the golf club right out in front, almost like you're shaking my hand like we said. So big difference as you see is I rewind you back here and show you just here. Here. Now I'm going to rewind you back here just to show you the difference that you see back. Night and day. Arms out in front, hands out in front, club out in front. Feeling a little more consistent, feeling a little bit better position. Great job there, Bill. Now, 2 sets of 20 reps at the house. Obviously, being able to do that in the house, feel a little more comfortable, feel a little more consistent. Now, next, as we go through this, all I want you to do is with a wiffle ball and or golf ball, take it back nice and slow. And I'm not wanting you to hit this very far as I demonstrated for you. Nice and slow. I want you to feel them shoulders, turn the club back, handing me the golf club, taking that club back over that ball. So you see the difference right here. A little bit different between the position on the left-hand side and the position on the right. Back there, still have a little bit of the loop there with it, which obviously has one thing and one to work on there. Come back down, come back through. But what we can see here is your path is still out at the target rather than across your body compared to here. Big loop, down and through. So good job there, Bill. Now, if you have any questions, by all means, 20 reps with each of these swings. First 20 balls, at least at the range, feeling it back and forth, down and through, but feeling that time after time as you do it to where we feel the consistency and feel the repetition. Any questions, give me a call, 314-724-6539, or shoot me an email at michaelwyattgolf@gmail.com. Thank you, sir.